Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Mr. Irish Television. Okay, here we go. Pythagorean Theorem on a coordinate plane. Make sure you grab some graph paper, whether in your notes or a loose sheet of graph paper like I got here. All right, so we are going to find the distance between -2, 1. So make a little coordinate plane. Make sure it lines up with the grid. And 2, 2. So what is this distance right here? How far are they apart? How many units? Is it 1, 2? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 3? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so in order to do this, you have a couple steps. So write these down. The more times you write them down, the better you're going to be. Connect the dots diagonally. Create a right triangle. Step 2. So let's create a right triangle. There we go. I could have created it this way if I wanted to. And I get the same answer, but whatever. I did it that way. That's fine. All right, step 3. Label the lengths of the legs. Okay. So in a right triangle, the two sides that make up the right angle are the legs. So that's a leg, leg, singular. Leg and a leg. And then opposite the right angle, the longest side is called the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. There we go. All right, so leg, hypotenuse. So the lengths of the legs, I can't really count or tell diagonally what the measurement is, but I can tell horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 right there. Okay. And this leg is 1, 2, 3. There we go. So, and this is the hypotenuse. We call it C because it's always labeled C. This is A. This is B. Or it could be, this could be A. This could be B. It doesn't matter. The legs are A and B. It doesn't matter the order. And so, step 4, find the distance using Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared, aka leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. Cool. All right. So that would be 4 squared plus 3 squared equals C squared. 4 times 4, 16. 3 times 3, 9. 25 equals C squared. Okay. So, what's the opposite of squaring? Yes, square root. Square root of 25 is, 5. We're only using the positive version here because we don't have a negative distance. We don't have negative distance. Only positive distance, only positive units that way. And that's 5. 1, 2, well, you can't really count that, but I know that that distance is 5. There we go. All right, another one. Here we go. Find the distance between -3, 1, and 5, 3. Write that down. All right, let's get our coordinate plane. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Doot, doot. All right, -3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Bam. -3, 1. Okay, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There it is. 5, 3. Okay. So, let's find the distance between those 2 points. Step 1. Connect the dots diagonally. Whoop. Step 2. Create a right triangle. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. I could have done this too. That would also work. Step 3. Label the lengths of the legs. So these are the legs here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Always inchworm. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spaces. This is 1, 2. There we go. And this is the hypotenuse, so that's C. Because A squared plus B squared equals C squared. This could be A, this could be B. It doesn't matter. Those are the legs. Next, find the distance using the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Or leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. So that would be 8 squared plus 2 squared equals C squared. I could have done 2 squared first, doesn't matter. 8 times 8, 64. 2 times 2 is 4, is C squared. So that's going to be 68 is C squared. Opposite of squaring is the square root. Bam. So square root of 68 equals C. I got it. And that's about 8 because the closest square root is 64, and the square root of 64 is 8. That's a little bit more than 8, so maybe I guess like 8.1, 8.2, something like that on a calculator. Yeah, so this is 8 units right here. Can't count it that way, but that's about 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom, got it. All right, you try one, last one. Here we go. I need a new coordinate plane. Here we go. All right, let's go. Distance. -4, -2, and 2. 4. Bam. -4, -2, and 2, 4. Go ahead and see if you can do it on your own. What's the distance between those 2 points? Go! All right, let's see. -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. -2. Bam, bam. -4, -2. Got it. Now 2, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. Bam. Okay. First step, connect the dots. La, 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 la. Da, 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 da. Okay. Step 2. What is it? Oh, yeah. Make a right triangle. Yeah. Doot. That's the right angle. 90 degrees. Step 3. Label the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, cool. This is the hypotenuse. It's right across from the right angle. Got it. Step 3. Did that. Step 4. Solve using Pythagorean theorem. Leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared, or a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 6 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 6, 36. There we go. 36 plus 36. I don't know what that is. I'm going to add off to the side. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 3 is 7. So, that would be 72. Opposite of squaring is the square root, both sides. So you get that c by itself. That's what you want. Square root of 72. What's that about? I don't know. Well, what perfect squares is 72 between? That would be 81 and 64. This is 8 away, and that is 9 away. Oh my goodness. So it's about midway between 8 and 9, because square root of 64 is 8. So I guess like maybe about 8.5, about 8.5, because it's right in the middle between square root of 64, which is 8, and square root of 81, which is 9. There we go, 8.5. Good job, everybody. Keep it up. Good work.